Welcome to the world of exploration. Welcome to the world of learning. This is Sukriti Joshi, and today we are just gonna have a chit chat sort of a thing, right? Because the CBSE result of class 12 and 10th has come out. So I just wanted to, today I did not feel like teaching you people. Today it's time for you people to enjoy yourselves or to have a fun time, right? So I did not want to disturb you, but yes, always be grateful. Do not forget to always have that gratitude, that feeling towards the divine being, that you should be grateful for the things that you have. Then you have seen your result today, right? So after it, I just wanted to tell certain students, in fact all the students, those who have done excellently, like they have done a superb job, for them congratulations and all the best for your future. uh those who haven't scored well in certain subjects, let it be, right? uh do not, like when I was of your age, when I was going through the same phase, right? I had my results out. I know that I had left one paper, then in the other paper I was not well, I had periods, right? And so on and so forth. So this is how my papers had gone, right? And then the next physical education paper I could not give because I could not go, right? I could not even get up from my bed. But still I got 91%. And your when we talk about, see, you should be focusing on marks, but not to the extent at, at which you lose out on your health, right? Even remember that for your future, when you are going to do any job also right now also, right? Like I have certain times even I get depressed, right? Most of the times I get depressed. So you see me smiling, so in front of the camera you see me smiling, but mostly I get depressed, I get sad, I get anxious, right? I'm anxious. So uh I feel what if, right? All the time what ifs are there, right? What if it doesn't, what if I don't get selected, what if this does not happen, what if that task is not completed, what if this does not happen? So because of all those what ifs, your present is being sacrificed. So, and never ever be lethargic or lazy. For instance, I have, by being lethargic I've only gained one thing, and that is weight, right? So in I was 45 kgs, in fact 40 kgs, and I have always been very slim, right? So I have always been a very slim, beautiful, and smart girl, and intelligent girl, right? But now, in the past 1 year, from the past 1 year, I have gained so much of weight by being lazy, by being a lethargic child or a girl, right? Let me call it a girl, right? So because you people are children now, so we can't call ourselves children. So yeah, so when so I was talking about that you shouldn't be lethargic, you shouldn't be lazy. Give yourself some me time. In fact, give yourself a lot of me time so that you can introspect what you want to do further in your life. Do it according to your terms and fancies. Whatever you feel, whatever you are passionate about, do not bother what other people say or do. Do whatever you feel is right for you, right? uh and do whatever is right for your parents too. That is also you should take into consideration, right? So do what is good for you, what is good for your parents, and then decide, then take further decision, right? So this thing is done, and my scripts are like, my this thing is never scripted, I just speak on the spot. So I'm in the habit of speaking, right? I just want to speak, um because I'm very shy, but I'm an extrovert. I'm an introvert plus extrovert. I have a different type of personality altogether. I'm very good at I was very good at co-curriculars. I'm still very good at co-curriculars. I won't say that I'm not. And I'm good at academics too. So it daily you maintain a task, right? That you need to learn something, right? Something or the other you need to learn, right? Even if your exams are over, daily set a reminder or set a limit that for this at least for 5-10 minutes you give your time for studying. Keep at least 5 to 10 minutes. I don't study much. I have never been a studious student. Let me tell you that. I've never ever been a studious student. But I have always been a hard worker, but I've never been a studious student. I have never ever enjoyed studying, but I'm a teacher now. I'm an educator now. So I have to tell you that you should be enjoying studying, right? But as a child, at that moment, you don't realize the importance of studying. You don't realize the importance of studies. But when you grow up, when you get into the job, you do understand that if you uh had the courage, if you had the guts to study more, you could have done a better job, right? You Better prospects would have opened for you, better gates, better portals would have opened for you. So do not be in that sorrowful mood that you have not done enough, right? Always keep on learning something new. Always keep always keep challenging you. I know challenging is very difficult for me. Look who is talking, because I don't read, I don't study, I don't challenge myself. I keep sleeping, and that is the reason why I'm gaining weight. But that is not, that's a sign of depression. You shouldn't be undergoing that mental stress or mental trauma, whether it is related to a job or it is related to studies, right? You will get it, right? Job also, one can get it easily if you try. If you give your best shot, obviously, definitely you will get it. You have been getting, so you will get, right? And if we talk about studies, you will be able to do. You obviously, everybody makes a mark for himself or herself, so why not you? You will be able to do it, whether you are a 90 percenter or a 95 percenter or a 100 percenter. You will be able to make a mark for yourself, right? Now, uh, but what I wanted to say is that do not get stressed, do not get worried, do not get anxious. Uh, do not uh be discouraged that even that I have not scored good, so I shouldn't be studying this subject. In fact, work more on that particular subject, right? Whether it be physics, whether it be chemistry, anything. In social, I I love social studies, so for me, social science is nice. Um, I mean, uh, till that point, I knew everything. Now I've forgotten because it has been many years. So, yeah. Uh, so that's it. And yeah, so that's about it. So this is Sukriti Joshi. I just wanted to have a chit chat, a bit of chit chat, so that it makes you cool and calm, and everybody undergoes that same feeling. Everybody undergoes that same anxiety, fear. That's not, but it shouldn't be, that it transforms or takes shape into depression. You can talk to yourself, you can talk in front of the mirror, you can talk, you can, you can have your own YouTube channel, you can create one, and you can just speak your mind out, so that your whatever is inside, it just comes out. It gets reflected outside. Whatever is inside you, whatever feelings, thoughts, emotions, they're running inside you, they just come out. Because when you start speaking, when you start, that's the point when you are analyzing things in your, and you are dividing things in your mind, right? That's the point. So you should be able to analyze your thoughts. Keep a I would suggest, I don't do it, but when I was young, I used to do it, and I used to keep myself hydrated too. Now I don't do it. Now I am a very bad example, but earlier I used to drink water when I was in college. Yeah. I used to write in journal too. So I used to have a journal. I used to do journaling. Right now, I am not in the habit of doing it, but yeah, one should definitely develop the habit of writing. And I have, I have a small diary in which I started, but now I am, and you should, yeah, in which I started writing. Yeah. For 2 days I wrote, then that habit again. So you need to build habits, you need to build habits by working hard. You need to be working very, very hard. That way I'm not at all a hard worker, but otherwise, in, when you talk about studies, I was a hard worker. I was, I was good at studies. I mean, I was good at studies, but I never liked study, right? I never liked studying, but I was a very good student. In class 11th and 12th, I was an excellent student. In class 10th, I was a very good student. In class 9th and 8th, I was a okay student, normal student. In class 6, 7th, I was a very poor student. Not a poor student. Teachers used to hate me because of the reason of the fact that I was, see, my mom, I'll just tell you, my mom is an HOD, right? Head of department, English, right? So she was the head of department in English, and my mom, she has a superb command. Nobody can even, think of matching. She's just unparalleled in her job. She is too good at at speaking her and expressing her thoughts. In writing, she's awesome. She's amazing. So she's that good. So everybody used to be jealous. They used to be envious. And because they used to be envious of my mom, they used to, because we were in the same school. So they used to, you know, punish me a lot. So I am the kind of a student who have received and who has got a lot of punishments, who has been literally uh, at that in those times when we were there in school, teachers used to even slap us. So I was the kind of a student who used to get slapped by, can you imagine, by a drawing teacher. A drawing teacher slapped me. Then a librarian scolded me very badly. She in a very bad, when I was only in class third, fourth standard, when I was in third or fourth standard. Uh, the drawing teacher also in third or fourth standard. Then in sixth and seventh, as I have already mentioned in the previous lecture, that how the teacher had the grudge against me because she used to dislike my mom, dislike me, and therefore, she sort of tried to fail me by decreasing my marks in science, and then in maths also. That teacher didn't like my mom and me. And because my dad is also in a government service, so people are envious of my dad too. People don't like the fact that my dad is in government service, that he is the deputy director. But I am very proud to say that my mom is an HOD English, right? uh, who has given her heart and her soul for some, for, I will not mention the name of the school, for for the school. So she is the one person that I have admired the most, because she has, I can't even tell you, she has a superb command over the language. She knows everything. She knows in and out about English. She's damn good. She's a perfect epitome. She's a perfect example. She's a supreme example, and she cannot be, you cannot compare her with anyone. I have never seen such. I've never seen an HOD who is as good and as nice as my mom is. She has never ever, scolded her colleagues or her, um, uh, the people who are uh, not below the PGTs or the TGTs, So TGT is trained graduate teacher. For those who do not know, PGT stands for postgraduate teachers, right? The rank above TGT. Then we have the HOD, who is the head of the department, right? Who takes care of the entire department. So my mom has been the HOD. She could have been the principal long back. She was getting various offers, but because of me, because she had to take care of me, because of some, most of the times I'm not well because of my health also. So she had she had to compromise. So she made a lot of compromises. She has made a lot of compromises for me. My dad too has made a lot of compromises for me. Everybody has. especially not everybody. Obviously, my mom and dad they have made a lot of compromises. Especially my mom has made a lot of compromises for me. She could have been the principal, but because of me, because of my poor health, because of my ill health, sometimes I don't keep well because I keep going into depression and all that stuff. That's the only thing. But I fall into the trap of depression very बहुत जल्दी पड़ जाती हूँ. So that's the thing. थोड़ी थोड़ी देर में अच्छी चीज नहीं लगती तो बोर हो जाती हूँ. you know that thing of getting into the trap of depression वो हो जाता है. So um so a lot of people, you get to know that they're negative and they influence your life also in a negative way, in a negative manner. Then students also, on the other hand, because was I was very beautiful also. I was very oh god. Now I'm no longer, but earlier I was very beautiful. I never wore specs also. Even in 11th and 12th, I used to wear lens. So I was very beautiful and I had beautiful hair. Right now my hair has become very frizzy, but earlier and thin also. But earlier they were beautiful like anything. My eyebrows are also very beautiful. Everything was very beautiful. So I was a very beautiful, intelligent child. So everybody was very jealous, right? And on top of it, because I was the daughter of HOD, right? Uh, of Again, a very beautiful and talented, multi-talented, multifaceted teacher, HOD. So they could not digest this fact, So they used to keep on troubling me. Since my childhood, I have been literally harassed and troubled and made, fun of because I used to speak in English, I used to converse in English, and because I was representing school, although school did do not give me many opportunities, but whatever I could do, based on my talents, based on what I can offer to the institution, I did, right? So I wasn't I was a very good orator. I did skipping. If I talk about sports, then I came second, and then the next year I came first. And then I did dancing. I did Rajasthani dance. I did Bharatanatyam. I did lots of dancing. And uh, then again, I did comparing for the school, for the main school event, that is the sports day. So I was there in the limelight because of my own talent, right? It was not due to or because that my mom was there. In fact, I had to go through a lot of challenges and hurdles because of the fact that my mom was there in the institution, right? But my mom inspired me in each and every uh, at each and every step in my life. So in each and every step that I used to take, that I used to undertake, I I was inspired by my mom, right? And because of that inspiration, the muse that really my mom acted as a kind of a muse who used to inspire me a lot. So she was the one who inspired me a lot, who motivated me a lot, and who encouraged me a lot, right? She encouraged everyone for that matter, all the students. But as you can see over here, this thing, black thing, this is not a beauty sign or beauty spot. This is done by a child, right? So this a child was there in my class, a boy. It was because it was a it's a co-ed school. So you know how stupid boys, especially nowadays I've seen as a teacher in all the three schools that I've taught, and the internship in which I did the school in which I did the internship, all the boys seem to be very nice, right? But in my school, all the boys were foolish. and especially the boys who had come from outside, they were playing with the duster, and that duster, they deliberately, you had thrown that duster on my head and forehead and eyes. So my glasses, at that moment, only on that particular day, I was wearing glasses, and they broke, and the duster hit me very hard. And you know all these events portrayed and delineated the fact that how much hatred children had towards me. you know they were biased, they used to discriminate, they used to be unfair to me, right? So I've faced a lot of discrimination, I've faced a lot of problems. But I've seen, as a teacher, while working in all the institutions, what I've seen is that teacher students are the most confident ones, because they're in, teachers or the coordinators, whosoever it be, they the children take the charge, and they just say, yes, I'm the child of this teacher. What will you do? Or they in fact befriend them. I don't know how, but I could not do it. So when I talk about myself, even I said that, yes, I'm a child of my mom, and she's brilliant. So, but I don't know why I could not befriend anyone. And in school, I mean, I did in class 10th, in class 11th, and in class 12th, and in 6th and 7th. Mm, not in 6th and 7th. In 8th and 9th, I had my friends. In 10th, 11th, 12th, I had, uh, yeah, I did. I did, but still, one teacher told, my class teacher only told one, mostly it used to happen that she will study. My class teacher told my best friend that she will study, but she will not let you study. So you better be careful. She told her, and she told her dad on PTM, on the very moment where at, on she told her father this thing, that don't make her sit with this girl, because this girl is going to study herself, but she's not gonna let her study. So you better, check out, and you should not make her sit with her, right? So that's what she said. And she even, in front of the entire class, it was a mixed class, at that moment we were a mixed class, like a combination of humanities and commerce. I had humanities, I had arts, I had in between. uh Initially I had gone into the science section, but then I had changed my mind, and uh, I had taken uh, the humanities uh, stream, right? I had taken the humanities stream, and humanities and commerce were combined in one section, and in the other, there was only humanities, but they had pol science, and I had chosen geography, right? In which I had got 95. So I had chosen geography over political science. Right now, in this section, the thing was that the class teacher did not like me or mom. So she she kind of, you know used to, every time, uh she used to try to defame me. She used to s- tell tell me in front of the entire class that you are the carrier of messages, you take information from one class to another class, because she did not like the fact that I'm going from one class to another class. I used to go to science section, because in science section I had spent 1 week, and in that 1 week I had made certain friends. So if I was going to meet those friends, what kind of information will a child, small kid, take? I What kind of gossip will a child do? I fail to understand. her point. And then she deliberately segregated the sections so that I'm not there in her sections, so that I don't report things what she's doing in her class. And she was a very strict teacher for some students, and she was a very nice teacher to some students, to which she used to offer coffee as well, right? I fail to understand how can such teachers offer coffee to certain children, that to boys, and you know, and then pretend. And those teachers are the only teachers who now pretend that, oh, we were your class teachers. We are so glad that now we are meeting you. Now those teachers pretend and act in such a manner, and you feel like, why are you pretending and acting so much? I mean, I do feel I I've seen a lot of teachers doing that, and I can't act. I can't pretend. I mean, I am a very good actor. I will not deny that fact. I'm good at acting, but I am not good at acting in real life. I can't act. That's a minus point from my side. If you know, if you are, you can, change your colors like a lizard. You can camouflage. Then how can I? What should I do? You know. So once I had gone in my, you know, there was a reunion kind of a thing. So I had gone to my school. So then she met me, and she again pretended the same thing. She pretended to be very nice. She pretended to be, as she's the one who is, who really loves me, who really likes me. And when I was a child, then also she used to showcase that. And while she taught me Japanese, every Thursday, you can't imagine, I used to taken off because of her, just because of her, and just because of her. Most of the students, I mean, some of the students, not most, some are in, some students are in her hands. Some others she used to hate like anything, and they also used to hate her like anything. And every Thursday we had Japanese period in our SUPWs, and she used to make my life so miserable that I attended only 1 or 2 sessions, and then I left. And imagine, when I had gone to Amity University, over there I was being offered Japanese, and I was so afraid and scared of even thinking of taking Japanese. But then I took that challenge, and I took Japanese, and that was the best decision in my entire career, in my entire life. In fact, I thought, why didn't I opt for Japanese? I should have done something in Japanese, because Japanese was so beautiful, such a beautiful language. So Japanese, by learning Japanese, a lot of my horizons broadened. By learning languages, your horizons broaden only, right? Whether it be Hindi, Sanskrit, Punjabi, Pahari, uh, English, Spanish, Japanese, German, anything, right? Could be anything. But for a child, in which she had instilled fear for a language, that fear got erased, absolutely eradicated when she took Japanese, and when she had seen the teachers how they used to teach Japanese in such a beautiful and polite way, because Japanese people are so innocent, are so polite, are so sweet in nature, and the way they teach, that is also very sweet in nature, right? So yeah, that's what my story is all about. I think I've done enough of talking. Now let's get back to whatever we were doing. So for now, bye bye. This is Sukriti Joshi signing off. Bye bye.